You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. You know by this time that one of my favorite people in the whole world, aside from my wife, is Katherine Douglas, who is the president of Corning Community College. And in my book, can do no wrong no matter what she does.
You're
and
kind.
She has put together this whole new building, not a wing, but a building standing alone for medicine and nursing.
Health education.
Health education, that's a combination of all of that.
It is a combination of all that. You're exactly right.
I'd like her to tell you about it because you want to get students to enroll here and why they should do this here rather than any place else, because this is a better institution.
Well,
I like to put in my political comments every once.
Thank you.
So I'm going to say nothing except asking her to explain what this is, where we are now in this room, and then explain what is upstairs with the mannequins and the people that you operate on because they're already dead.
There you go. There you go. Well, this is the brand new Health Education Center for Corning Community College. It is really a 21st century state-of-the-art teaching facility for health education. We're in a brand new assembly space. Instead of the old traditional lecture hall, here we are with 120 seats, fully technology. We can have guest speakers from around the world here, and the lecturer can walk freely among all the 120 students. The camera will follow that faculty member, so they'll be on screen no matter where they are. And the interaction that's possible as a result of that technology, we're very excited about. But that's just one of the things here in the Health Education Center. This has our nursing program, it has our brand new community and public health program, it has our nutrition program, it has our CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant program, our home health aid program. So we have brought all our credit and non-credit health education programming down here to downtown Corning, and we have it in a brand new 21st century state-of-the-art facility. Anyone who is interested in a health field, it is the fastest growing employment opportunity here in the Southern Tier is in the health field. And you want to study here, one, because Corning Community College has this brand new state-of-the-art facility, but also because in 2016, Corning Community College was named the #1 two-year college in New York State by bestcolleges.com. So we have the facilities, we have the program, we have the faculty, we have a beautiful presence in robust downtown Corning, and we would encourage not only students to study with us, but our employer partners. You know, the hospitals, the medical clinics, all of those who are looking for interns or clinicals, we're happy to have those partnerships and expand them.
What should people do if they want to call you or get you on the web, or what's the next step?
They can go right on our website, www.corning-cc.edu, and go right to admissions, and you will see the process. Or if you prefer to speak directly to an individual, just call area code 607-962-9232, and we'll connect you to admissions and an educational planner that can help you.
You see the scope of this building. If you do come around and look at the building, it's amazing, not only the architecture and design, the colors that you use. It's a young place. It must have been a tremendous job to raise the money to build this.
Actually, we were fortunate through the Governor Cuomo's Regional Economic Development Councils. There's a grant process. So 2 years ago, we submitted a grant, and we received $6 million in grant funding, and we raised the additional $2 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing to do it so quickly. I didn't realize it was 2 years ago, and you built this in less time than normal.
We did. As the developer said at the ribbon cutting, that, you know, between one thing and another, the start date, you know, putting the shovel in the ground kept getting a little later and a little later, but the one thing that didn't change was that it had to be ready to open for this fall of 2017 when classes started on August 20th. So it was fast, but I was assured every day when I would come down here, every time I would come down, that it was still quality. Don't worry, President Douglas, we're not compromising quality, we're just getting more people to do the job.
What's next?
For us, for Corning Community College, well,
you're always, I know in your brain you've always got something going on.
Yes, you know, we're looking at the fact that we have a very strong STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math program. And so what we'd like to do is make our campus, our Spencer Hill campus, a sustainable showcase in terms of where we get our energy and have our faculty be able to use those facilities to teach in their labs. So that's the next place we're going.
With everything that you've done since you came aboard, and particularly in this new building, you must have instilled a sense of spirit, not only in the faculty but in the students, but it's all around the area. People are very, very enthused and excited, and it seems to be the place to be. Well, how do you do that? I mean, as president, there are a lot of presidents, a lot of colleges, but what you do is more magical.
You're kind to say
I know that I'm biased, but I just, you can sense it when you come around the area.
It's really about respecting all the members of the team and making sure that all members recognize they're making a strong contribution. We couldn't do it without all of them, and that we listen to ideas and move forward, that we are always moving forward and listening and respecting one another. It's a real team effort.
Can you explain something? You talked about the third floor and this whole project you have there. And while we show what it's like, can you explain what the process is and what happens up there?
Yes, it is a simulation lab. So nursing faculty are behind glass with a computer, and that computer is connected to a mannequin in a hospital bed, in a real hospital setting. And the computer allows the faculty to change the symptoms in the mannequin while the nursing student has to deal with those changing symptoms. Then right next to that sim lab is a small debriefing room. So immediate feedback, which is very important for learning, and the student will get immediate feedback on all the things they did well, on some of the things they could do better, so that when they actually go to the hospital or the medical clinic, they feel more confidence and more skilled.
Wow.
So shall we take a look at that?
I think that'd be a great idea.
Great.
Now,
Great.
Before we sign off to do the editing, we have a terrific group of editors. They'll make us look good all the time.
Good.
But what else would you like the people who are watching now to know or to do as far as the college is concerned?
Well, I guess the thing that I would like to add is that the fact that we were able to build this in such a short period of time was really a collaboration all the way from City Hall here in Corning all the way to the State House in Albany. And there were collaborations on public and private, government and non-government. All those collaborated to make this happen, which really, you know, I think about the word community, and I break that down and I say common unity. And this was common unity around a realization that health education is important to the quality of life here in the Southern Tier, and Corning Community College could make a real contribution to it. But it was only through that common unity of all of us working together.
The way you talk makes me feel that, gosh, what an exciting, wonderful place it is, which is made possible because of people. And while you talk about others, there's only one president.
That's true.
And strong-willed, wonderful, knowledgeable, brilliant. Bias, I can't help it. But if you ever come here and you look around and hear about it, this is really a wonderful place.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And again, it was a team effort.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this
What else would
opportunity.
she say? Thank you. You are terrific as usual.
Thank you very much.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Yeah, it's going down. We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gon' make you jump, jump, jump. This is home. This is the place. We break it out, we sing it loud, scream and shout. This is home.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Do you ever wonder when you should go to the supermarket, when they're going to have special prices, when they're going to have ticketed items that are easy to get and fresh? Now is the time we're going to find it out, because this, Scott, is the general manager and one of the chiefs of the Tops supermarket in Bath. And this is how old?
Probably
Would you say?
12, 13 years old.
13 years.
Yeah.
How do you keep track of, I mean, you've got hundreds of thousands of food items, some of which go bad if they're not sold. How do you make sure everything's fresh, everybody knows what the prices are, and that they need to come back, and so they'll buy a lot of stuff?
Good hands-on, you know, work merchandising.
You know, you look so serious. But underneath that serious face beats a heart of fun.
Oh yeah, we try.
You must. I notice a lot of the people who are here, they talk to you and they smile at you, and it's like a whole family.
Yep, it is. It's real strong. Everybody works together.
And who is the fellow that's standing over, lurking in the background?
That's Bob, our store manager.
Bob what?
Bob Clinton.
Bob Quinton, the store manager. Does he ever talk to people, or does he?
Oh yeah,
he does?
Yep.
Yeah.
We go out and talk to people all the time.
He seems so serious too.
Yeah.
Food is a serious business.
Yeah. Make sure you got the right stuff. You're following all the rules and regulations.
What happens when things go bad? Do you give them to charity? I see on television they're talking about don't spoil food.
Right.
You know, save food, use it. What do you do with it?
The bakery stuff we do donate to charity. Other than that, pretty much that's the only one. The rest, if some of it goes reclaimable, we send back, get credit. Other stuff is just stuff that we just throw out if it's outdated and stuff.
And you and your colleague get to eat all kinds of terrific things.
No.
No?
No.
But you know where the bargains are, though.
Yep, we know where the bargains are.
You plan the bargains.
No, that's all done through corporate.
We
just they tell us to send down a weekly thing. This is what's on sale. We build the displays.
Do you have certain things that are for sale at certain times of the year? So if it's Easter, you've got eggs or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. They run a lot of the ads generated to the time of the year, the holidays, things of that nature.
The place always, I'm talking about the store in Bath, because my wife shops here all the time. So I have to be nice to this store.
Right.
But how do you possibly keep track? Is it all computerized?
Not really. Just you go through, you do it enough, you know what's selling, what's not. Sometimes we make mistakes, you know, like everybody else. And we do miss on a sale item or something. But, you know, just year after year of practicing and doing it, you just got it down.
Some of the packages that you have on display are timeless, so they don't go bad because they're sealed. Mm-hmm. But you keep them in a certain place as opposed to others?
No, everything's right on the shelf with like
except
items.
For the refrigerated one.
Yep, refrigerated stuff is all.
Fresh is an important thing.
Very much so. Yep.
And I've always found one thing, that Tops management has been very, very nice as far as public service is concerned.
Yep.
I remember when the library just next door was being built, they donated the sign for the front of the library.
Yep. Yep. So we try to, try to, do stuff for the community wherever we can. So kind of a, one hand washes the other thing.
If you had your druthers, to use an old phrase, you had your way, what would you like to see changed or fixed or made better? Or are you happy with everything?
I think I'm pretty much happy with everything.
This is not usual.
I know. But, there's a couple little things here and there, but...
Well, there is every place.
Yeah, everywhere has that, but for the most part, it's a good place to work, real good company. I try my best to take care of our customers. I want them to come back. That's probably, if anything, a little more time to be out in the store and talk to the customers.
Well, you're really the only game in town because there is no other supermarket of this scope until you get to Corning.
True. Yep. And that's another reason you want to keep having your customers come back. So you want to go out and interact with them and talk to them, listen to what they have. If they're looking for a certain item, show them where it is on the shelf, see what we can do about getting it. There's been a few things that we didn't carry that try our best to get it for the customer.
I hear that announcement. It's just a typical supermarket. I know I'm in a supermarket when I hear that.
Yep.
Do you have? I noticed, as I said earlier, that people around here are very nice. They're nice to you. It's not a boss-type relationship. They all are polite and pleasant. Do you have a program, a training program that you do for people?
Yeah, we just relaunched a Get Friendly program.
Get Friendly program.
Yep, Get Friendly program. It's treat each other basically as you would like to be treated. Again, talk to your customers, smile, don't be grouchy, don't be miserable.
But that can go for all of us.
Yes, and it starts right up at the very top and then goes all the way down through the whole organization. It seems to be doing better. I think a lot of people have worked on it and doing real well with it. I think we do pretty good here at the store with it. So, and again, it's just basically it's a thing driven for, customer service.
Sure.
So
I have to say one thing.
Yeah.
When we were planning to do this, I was going to interview him and his manager, and I wondered what questions I could ask. And he told me he was nervous as could be, and I haven't found him to be nervous at all.
I am.
No, how do you hide it?
I don't know.
You're doing fine.
Yeah.
You had great explanations. I didn't have to do anything. You did all the talking.
I tried.
Important guy. I can tell you, if you come here and see either one of them, they can tell you all the places to go to get the things that are on sale prices this day. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're terrific to do all of this under duress.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you here at Tops.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Strawberries? Okay.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume, not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and to help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
What do you do when you happen to gain a little weight or you lose a little weight and your suits don't fit and the pants don't fit and the dresses don't fit? There's a lady that solves all of these problems, and her name is Florence Agosta, and she runs a one-lady shop called Mending Your Ways in Corning. And aside from all the things you may have heard about her, I can tell you she is a delightful lady, does wonderful work, and doesn't charge much. You can get 10 times the wear out of a garment with her help. Now, having said all that, you're wearing a Mending Your Ways
I am.
Blouse here.
That I had made.
She's very fashionable.
Yep.
You had it made, and she has, if you ever come to the place where she, can we give the address?
Sure, absolutely. 3 West 6th Street in Corning, New York.
And the phone number?
607-936-8260.
And she's very good. And if you come to the house, it's filled with the most fantastic, wonderful kind of early American antiques. She's even got carpets on the floor, which she painted, can you believe? And not only that, but she has the most beautiful red nail polish on her feet.
Oh.
We checked everything out here. So now it's up to you to tell the rest.
Well, I started this business back in 2001. Actually back in the early 90s when I was in a previous home, and I started it there when my children were in actually grade school.
Do you do any particular kind of repair or fixing? All kinds?
All kinds from zippers to just simple tears and buttons to major alterations on wedding gowns and bridal gowns, men's suits, anything. There's the only thing I really don't do is home deck, like home decorator type of things, like making pillows and curtains and things like that. But I do have somebody I can refer to.
I knew you would.
Yeah, of course I would. And but yes, and then I was down on Market Street, as you well know, for 13 years. Yeah. Ran the business down there, and then 4 years ago, last month, moved up into this house. So,
and a beautiful house.
Yeah.
And you're not expensive. This is what always surprised me, because we're used to really getting charged an arm and a leg for some things.
Yes.
And you really are very, very...
I've stayed quite consistent with my prices. They have only raised once or twice in the 15, 20 years, yes, that I started doing this.
Now, I would imagine that you have this lovely room we're sitting in, sitting room here, kitchen, nice porch. You must have a room that's filled with nothing but sewing machines.
Yes, upstairs.
I knew you would.
Yes,
I knew you.
Upstairs is my sewing room. And yes, all my industrial machines.
Industrial machines?
Yes, yep, and that type of thing are up there, all the clothing. I do have a dressing room down here for people to try things on if they would like, so, and I can fit them. So.
Now what kind of machine do you like most?
Juki.
Juki, I don't know that one.
Yeah, made in Japan, actually, not China, Japan.
Really?
Yes.
My wife is a sewer, and she likes that Swiss.
Bernini.
Bernini, yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Bernini.
yes.
Expensive?
They are, yes, they are very. I need something that will work on denim, really heavy fabrics and stuff like that, so I need a heavier machine, so, yep.
How many have you got?
I have a regular sewing machine, I have a serger, I have a blind stitcher, which stitches your hems so you don't see the stitching. And I have a boiler that's an iron. So the 4 of them.
And what, I'm always asking because people that we interview generally love what they do.
I do.
And you just blossom and get smiles on your face whenever we talk about sewing.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite thing to fix or sew? Wedding gowns?
I used to not like working on wedding gowns. It was very stressful, but over the years it has become a joy because of incorporating the bride themselves into the transaction has been so much fun. And getting to know all these girls and, you know, all about their weddings and getting to see pictures afterwards has been wonderful, yes.
Do you go to the weddings too?
Not mostly, but a few, yes.
You don't have nothing else to do.
Yep. I used to make them years ago. I used to make the wedding gowns, but the last one I did was before 2000, and I did the wedding gown and 8 bridesmaid dresses, and that was it. I didn't want to do it again. It's a lot of stress.
Yeah, sure.
It's a lot of stress. But I enjoy that, yes.
And you do men's suits too.
I do. I like working with the guys. Yeah, they're very good to work with. I just have to give them their orders on how to stand and where to look, and we're good to go. So yes, and to bring their shoes. Always to bring their shoes. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't think of that.
Yes, yes. So yes, I do like it, and I love to sew. I could sit at a sewing machine all day and all night, and I would be perfectly content. So. I do love to sew.
It's a wonderful thing to be able to do what you really love doing.
Yeah, considering I learned to sew on a treadle machine. Do you remember a treadle machine?
Oh, you're aging me.
Yeah, both my grandmothers had treadle machines, and that's what I learned to sew on. Yeah, yeah.
Living in this part of Corning, you must have a lot of very distinguished guests.
I do. I do a lot of work with Corning Inc. And a lot of the executives, and I actually do work on projects with Corning Inc.
Really?
Yep, I've worked on some fibrance projects and draping for some of their displays and things like that. So it's been that's been fun to work on. Little different avenue than just clothing.
You must keep up the fashion in Corning.
I try. Well, look at you. Look how dapper you always look. So.
No, skinny is not easy.
Yeah.
Especially as you age and don't exercise.
Yes, this is true.
But you have a lot of farmers up here, a lot of people in agriculture that probably like overalls.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, even right down to like the NYSEG linemen and stuff like that. All their uniforms, you know. Think about it. They have to be hemmed. You know, they need proper fit to work properly in their business. So
I have to tell you my farmer story.
Okay.
Because across the road from us, there was a farmer, must have been about 70, 80 years old, and really been around, worked for Corning before he retired. And there was a couple that moved right next to him in a trailer. And I was curious about them, and I asked, his name was Myron Bates, and I said, Myron, what do you think of the new neighbors? And he said, well, I tell you, he said, if they came by and wished me good morning, I'd want to go and see if the sun was up.
Ah.
That's my farmer. You get everything on this program.
Yeah.
Anyway, come and see her. She is an absolute gem, honest, inexpensive, terrific work. We'll see you here soon.
You're watching WENY.